Hello, this is Eugene Blanchard. I'm going to talk to you about this little greenhouse that I made. Nice little small one. It's roughly 78 inches high by 78 inches wide and 4 feet deep. So it's all made out of a 2x3 wood, and what I've done is I've routed grooves in here to make frames out of it, so there's no separate frames for the glass. It's basically made with the actual structure. Also, all of these parts I got to build were mostly bought off, used parts off Kijiji, which is similar to Craigslist in the States. I was looking for a door and I came across this stained glass piece, and it was only like $40, incredibly inexpensive, and I said, well, I can make a door around it. So I made a door on it. So what it has is, on the roof it's got 8 pieces of glass like this, and on the side it's got 2 different sizes. I got the glass off Kijiji. It was from a sunroof, and the guys had taken apart their sunroof because it was too warm. So I thought, well, this is great. They had 11 pieces like this. They're odd sizes. This is 18 inches high by, let's see, it's 20 and 5/8 wide. And over here, these ones are 18 inches high by 19. And so I had 11 pieces of the large ones. I've got a 3-inch height difference between here and here, so I got a little bit of slope, so I put the big glass in the back. 3 pieces here, 3 pieces of the small ones, and then I had 9 of the small ones, so the other 6 are over here, and on the roof up there is the other 8. And as you can see, it's covered with a reflective foil. What I found is that with a small greenhouse like this, is that you don't need as much light as you think, right? Right now it's just above, let's see what the temperature is. It's almost about 28, 29 degrees in here. So it's about optimum for it. What I found is that when the outside temperature was about 18 degrees, and in the afternoon, what happens is this is facing south, and south over here, the sun comes up around here. We're about 5 o'clock now, the sun is over here. It's going to actually, because I live in Calgary, it's going to kind of go around this way and that. And when it's up around 3, 4 o'clock, the sun is shining directly on here. That glass gets very hot to touch. So when it was about 18 degrees out, I was getting like 36 degrees inside the greenhouse. Now, what I've done is, to help with cooling, I've put a vent down here, and the vent's got little flaps with latches, a hook and latch, so we can lock it at night so it doesn't cool off at night. I also put one up here, right? So I have another and a flap here that closes down on the vent up there. Let's see, if we go inside here, you can actually see the glass on here. One of the things is I siliconed the glass in place with white silicone. Don't do that. Use clear. Clear dries nice and clear. It looks really good. I'm using a thermostat from a house thermostat. It controls the furnace, also controls air conditioning. So I have it set at 10 degrees Celsius to turn on my heater. I've got a 1200 watt heater, and I'm just using a little automotive relay in the back there to control that. Automotive relays are dirt cheap. I had an old box. They run about 40 amps, and they're normally 12 volts for a car. But I looked up the specs, and on the contacts, they're rated for 250 volts AC. So I said, well, I'm only going to run probably 6 or 7 amps through that, so it works fine. It's been working great. I run the fans up here. The fans are 85 CFM, cubic feet per minute fans. I've got 2 of these. I got them from a place called Princess Auto, and they were like $7 each. And I got a little 12 volt AC DC adapter, and that runs this. This thing runs on batteries. Inside temperature is 30 degrees. Cooling is set for 30. So if it gets above 30, these fans will go on. And what happens in the fan, you can see back there, there's a white fabric. It's just a little piece of plastic hanging down, sort of as a flap valve to stop cold air from coming in. When the fan blows, it just lifts it away. And I put a white plastic on the back to reflect light back in. As I found out, I really don't need to do that. There's a lot of light and heat coming in here as it is. This is something my wife came up with. This is one of these sprayers for spraying fertilizer and stuff. It works great for spraying water. If you want to spray, water your plants and that, you can put some plant food in there and water, and then you can spray it. It makes it very handy, and they're cheap, like 20 bucks. Now, on the roof, this is the third take I've had of putting something up on here. It was getting so hot that you couldn't touch the glass on it. So I originally used some ground cover, black ground cover. It helped a bit, but not enough. And then I went and put the black ground cover, and then I put some of that white plastic on it. It didn't work. And then this is just an emergency blanket. You can get these at any sporting store. It was $7 in Canada, so it's probably like $5 elsewhere. And I just cut it to shape, put some wood here to hold it down, and that's reflecting the sun and is keeping the inside reasonable and won't burn the plants. And that's about it. Well, thank you very much.